Hello everyone, Funnybunny here, and welcome to a special Easter review. Yep, today is Easter, and that means I'll review a TV special for the holiday. Yet, this one special has a coincidence that happened in my state. When the first day of spring arrived, snow began falling everywhere, and I really wanted to have spring weather, and was getting tired of all this. Thankfully, the snow is almost gone, and I can celebrate Easter in a nice spring weather. And the special in relation to this is one I consider to be a weak Easter show. PJ Funnybunny, A Very Cool Easter. The special is based on the characters and book series written by Marlon Sadler and illustrated by Rogue Boland. And the characters themselves had appeared in two other specials originally aired on ABC, PJ Funnybunny in 1988 and PJ's Unfunny Bunny Christmas in 1993. And this special is the last one to feature these characters in 1996. Easter is fast approaching for PJ Funnybunny and his family and friends, meaning that they're getting ready to have the annual Funnybunny Easter party. But despite the early spring snow everywhere, Mrs. Funnybunny is about to have a baby on the day before Easter, and Mr. Funnybunny decides to cancel the party. And while the parents are gone, PJ's eldest brother Spike and eldest sister Heidi end up taking care of the family and home, and PJ tries to get them out of the way so that he, his friends, and other siblings can have the Easter party. All while two weasels named Mo and Murray try to steal the kids' Easter treats disguised as the Easter Bunny and faithful skunk assistant, while PJ's little sister, Honeybunny, keeps an egg to herself as her very special secret Easter egg, thinking a chick would hatch from it. Now this special is pretty obscure for many people, but I think some of you might know what I'm talking about, even with some of the problems it has. One issue is that I didn't care much about the characters. They seem generic, have nothing interesting about them, are bland, and aren't really that great. But the biggest issue I have with the special is its pacing. It really goes by fairly quickly, but it doesn't have time to let every moment sink in. Like at one point, when the parents come back home with a new baby, after the Easter treats were ruined, everyone leaves, and Honeybunny's egg gets destroyed, PJ immediately likes the baby, and only Heidi and Spike mention the party. I don't know how to explain it better because it's not paced very well, so you have to see it for yourself. Other than that, the animation is okay, though there are times when mistakes would come along, like things would reappear or disappear, repeated animation would happen, and at times it's not as impressive. But then again, you'll have to see it for yourself. However, it's not all bad, as there are a couple of things in this that are somewhat decent. The overall story is well done. It does have some charm to it, and it even tells the meaning of Easter and why it's celebrated, which isn't brought up in many Easter specials. The one song in the special called Spring Has Sprung or something like that is alright, with nice animation and a cute sensibility. It even has a reprise despite repeated animation, and its final reprise has new lyrics and animation. Though it's nothing great since the singing can get loud and a bit annoying, but it's passable. And its almost all-star cast of actors voicing their characters did alright. Jason Barnhill voices PJ Funnybunny, Nancy Cartwright voices Heidi Funnybunny, Potts Pig, and Wally Funnybunny, Christy Caviar voices Richie Raccoon and Foxboy, Kathy Lee voices Buzz Beaver, Rob Paulson voices Spike Funnybunny and Mo Weasel, Hal Rell voices Mr. Funnybunny and Murray Weasel, Lucy Taylor voices Honey Funnybunny, and BJ Ward voices Mrs. Funnybunny. As a whole, this special is nothing special. The characters are bland, the story is alright, the one song is alright, and the animation is okay. Director Marija Melitik-Daya had made an Easter special that's kind of dull and lackluster. It still survives on the story and song that are slightly enjoyable, but the characters aren't too interesting, and the pacing of it all would go by fairly quickly that most of the moments aren't given much time to sink in. Though it's not the worst Easter special I've seen, as it's one I would watch every year for the oddness of it, it's still a bit lame in its execution, and frankly, it's harmless for what it is. So today, this special would be given a rating of 2.5 mixed stars. So thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook or Twitter, support me on Patreon, and tune in next week for a new video. And have a happy Easter. And speaking of Easter, here we have a new movie in time for the holiday. And here's my review of it, and I hope you enjoy it. Once again, it's another review of a movie I saw in theaters, and its overall appearance is pretty much decent. It's the pop cultural phenomenon that is Ready Player One, based on the book by Ernest Cline. The story, set in Columbus, Ohio in the year 2045, is about a boy named Wade Watts, who goes into a virtual reality world called the Oasis, where everyone can go to escape reality and be who they want to be and do anything they want to do. But even when the Oasis creator, James Halliday, has died 5 years ago, he made an Easter egg in the Oasis, and by winning 3 challenges in the contest, all based around his pop cultural nostalgia, will not only get the egg, but will also inherit $500 billion and ownership of the Oasis. So Wade, as his Oasis avatar Parsifal, enters the contest alongside his friends of the Oasis, and tries to win the contest while also competing against a corporation known as IOI and its head of business, Nolan Sorrento, who plans on monetizing the Oasis as well as taking people's lives and freedom within their own world. Director Steven Spielberg has made one big eye candy of a film, full of good characters, an alright story, and amazing effects. A whole lot of pop cultural references from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and maybe present decade are just everywhere in the Oasis, making it worth many viewings to witness them all. Yet while I know some of the references, I don't know all of them, as some are more obscure than others. Aside from that, the main contest and main story is a bit complex. There tends to be one too many characters to get invested in, and with all these references thrown into this huge bundle, it would be too overwhelming for some. But with grand-scale sets, colorful and outrageous effects, some of the references, and a plot that's very much an allegory to the internet and its fight for freedom, there's more than enough here to make me recommend this chaotic yet highly impressive movie. So today I'm giving this movie a rating of 3 stars. And that is it. So thank you for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook or Twitter, support me on Patreon, and tune in next week for a new video. Until then, take care.